Yeah, it's been a busy day today. Obviously, started off at 7 o'clock with a 12s coming in, 8 o'clock with a 10s. A lot of excited young players, and they came here for a development opportunity. And with the breadth and depth of knowledge of players and coaches that we have here to support the program at the minute, I think we've put on a good event for them today. And when we were signing out at the end of the day, they've had some kind of meetings there with their parents, and they've walked away buzzing. They've got a real hunger to get back in the game again. Obviously, I know a lot of club seasons are coming to an end now, but hopefully a little bit of a fire stoked in some of these players to really push on throughout the summer and perform well in September.
Yeah, the Power of has been one of the successes of the stage one, kind of giving them that bridge between club and the next level, and like you say, getting them excited for what they can do. Maybe next season, looking towards England 13s if they can keep their development going.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the pathway is meant to provide, right? Obviously, Gary Apsley was in the meetings today, and so's Andy Daintiff has been in there. Obviously, a collaborative approach to support the programme, and that's what this is meant to be. Obviously, we've got Mighty Mites starting out on the Friday before conference showcase weekend. And it's just to grab these players at a little bit of a younger age group and provide them with a development opportunity to come through as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you hit the ground running at England 13s. You know what's expected. You know that these days are going to be long. Little things like eating the food. Everybody eats the same food. Things like that. You're away from your parents all day, and we get that those ties are hard to break sometimes, and especially with COVID, we don't underestimate how tough that might be. And that was one of the points that we spoke about in the meeting today also. But these days of 8, 9, 10 hours, obviously long term, the plan is to put these guys back in tournaments in Europe, potentially America, Canada, and see where we start performing against European and top American and Canadian teams. So that's what these development days are about.
You said the feedback's been good and the players have enjoyed what they've done. But if there was anything they could take back to their clubs to kind of work on to help them get towards that next level?
A lot of what we did today was skating based. I feel like there's a lot more opportunities for players to get better within their skating abilities, and that was a big feedback from at the end of the day. Parents were really supportive of us throughout the whole day. Obviously, they brought the kids here for starters at 7 a.m, right? So there's on Bank Holiday Monday as well. So there's a lot of buy-in from everybody, and there's a lot of demand for the program to help these players develop. So we've asked them to go away, do some more skating. Spend some time at skating sessions, skating rinks, inline skates, all of that kind of stuff that can help facilitate the development and the skating capacity. And ultimately, if you can skate well, you can play this game well.
Yeah. And you mentioned that the tie-in with England, we're standing in front of the England under-23s, which is the new kind of top of the England programme. And it shows the link, the pathway kind of is being developed slowly but surely coming out of COVID, like you say. And the England 23s behind you, a new addition to the programme, and that's kind of going to be the top thing to aim for.
Well, ultimately, this will be the flagship 23, the flagship programme at the England level. Obviously, 23s, they've got a couple of games booked in a few weeks against the Danish national team that's going to come over. And obviously, our outlook here is to, again, provide a development opportunity for these players. At 19, 20, 21, 22, they still need to develop. They still need, coach engagement and, to learn about systems and impact plays and, managing those key moments in games, and especially against a team as strong as the Danish, they're going to need to, be tested here and obviously run through a selection process and see where they are selection-wise in a few weeks' time. But yeah, ultimately the 23s will be the kind of the top of the tree, with the opening down at 5, 6, and 7 years old with the Mighty Mites. And once, obviously, a few months down the line, we've got all the programs running again. They'll be 5, 6, all the way up to 23s, and that will be the main outlook, is to provide that kind of train of players coming all the way through, just to get that pathway for them to see, and they can map out exactly where we want them to end up and what they need to do to get there year on year, and they can take away and go and work on what they need to do as well, especially at this level as well.
And finally, you mentioned the staff working with the teams there. It's not just a development day for the players. You've had a lot of new staff involved today as well, and obviously getting them integrated, and they've bought into the development model 100% as well.
Yeah, I mean, we had 12 coaches down here this morning. We've got an abundance of new managers that have come and offered their time here. Now, obviously, Gary's big on the fact that we're all volunteers here. We'll give our time. To get 12 coaches on the ice there, 6 with each group this morning. A lot of us have stayed around for the 23s. You've got some new coaches out there now. I think there's 6 guys on the ice again. So, yeah, we're engaged with each other and about what the potential pitfalls and positives are throughout the country at the moment around our different coaching contexts and how we can help each other out, fix each other's problems, and just offer an insight into each other's kind of context within clubs and showcases, and obviously collaborate here to kind of put our minds together and put a strong 23s team in to take a good run at these Danish games in a few weeks' time.